Fear the Schnauzer. You're expecting someone perhaps hairier? Good day, my peoples! Welcome to another episode of AxeyFabulous. I am Kenny, your guide to all things throny. Today I am reviewing Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 7, titled Mockingbird, written by David Benioff and Dan Weiss, directed by Alec Sakharov. It's the second episode in a row directed by Alec. I kinda like that guy. Let's start in King's Landing! Our hero, Tyrion Lannister, is essentially visited by the three ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future: Jaime, Bronn, and Prince Oberyn. I love how all three of these scenes were framed, shot, written, acted, all of it. It was stellar, and each one more emotional than the last. I love the fact that Tyrion seemed to almost be able to tempt Jaime into what was essentially a suicide run. Yeah, but wouldn't it be great just to piss off Dad? Later, when Bronn visits, we're starting to see a more desperate Tyrion. And of course, when Oberyn comes, then, well, that's the scene there. Fantastic. People point to the last episode for possible Emmy reel moments. I think the strongest stuff may actually be in this one. I had an interesting discussion with some friends later on, talking about how a large chunk of the fandom hated Shae for turning on Tyrion, but essentially lauded Bronn for doing the exact same thing. It certainly raises questions of merit. Now me, I personally don't blame Bronn. Bronn is Bronn. He's essentially been one of the most honest people Tyrion's dealt with so far. And I don't blame Shae. I blame Tyrion. If he had gone with Shae back when she had offered to run away with him, she wouldn't have even been there to be coerced into flipping against him in the first place. They'd both be somewhere safely, living their lives, happy lovers, all that stuff. Pretty sure. However, a side discussion to the discussion later online basically made the point of stating that anyone who is a Bronn and Tyrion fan was essentially a dude bro. That's right, dude bro. I'm still not sure what a dude bro is. I mean, I see it online. I've been kind of told they flock together and, in many cases, wear fedoras. But other than that, the definition seems kind of vague. I like Tyrion and Bronn. Am I a dude bro? We got to see Sir Gregor. New Gregor. I still kind of prefer Conan Stevens, mostly because he looks, you know, old enough to be the Hound's older brother. This new guy, Thor, I mean, he's big and all, which is good. It's an improvement on season 2, but kind of young. He could be Sandor's long-lost son, really. What can you do? Can't wait for the showdown with Oberyn. Whoa. Let's go across the narrow sea to Meereen. Danny, get some! Super Dario! Ride him, cowgirl! Later, are you here to see the queen? She's in a good mood. Poor Jorah. I mean, Danny's nice to him. She throws him a bone. Not the kind that he wants. But I mean, it's one thing to be book Jorah. Is basically this big, burly, unattractive dude. Show Jorah, that's Ian Glenn. The man is handsomer than my mother. And he can't get no love? I am more willing to believe in a world with dragons and giants and conveniently modern feminine grooming practices than in a world in which Ian Glenn can't get a kiss. I'm done with this show, man! I enjoy it when they mention the Golden Company. It increases the likelihood of us actually seeing them in future seasons. I like trying to guess where the show is headed. I mean, like, a third of the character arcs are quickly approaching the point in which they'll actually be caught up with the books. Bran, Sansa, like, don't they have like 2 more scenes apiece? Brienne's already skipped half her chapters from A Feast for Crows. The show's really gonna have to make up stuff for people to do if they want to keep them. That, or we're gonna get a large number of sneak peeks into the Winds of Winter next season. No wonder George feels the train barreling down the tracks behind him. Next we go to somewhere between the Riverlands and the Eerie, I think. The Hound! Arya! Roarge! Biter! I have mixed feelings about this scene. I actually like the fact that Poor Rorge couldn't even start to get into the fight. I was watching it and I'm thinking, Rorge was probably all, "Hey, Biter, you go jump on the ugly guy, wrestle him to the ground, and then I'll come up behind him and stick him with my sword. All right, now go! Snap! I'll piss on this! Bloody hell. You got me!" What can I say? Found it funny. My one complaint is actually related to reactions that the non-book readers had. Like, no one other than book readers really knew that it was Biter who was doing the biting. They're just seeing this clearly deranged man jumping on the Hound and trying to take a piece out of his neck. In season 2, the props department spent all this time and money on these really cool, nasty, weird teeth for Biter to wear. Show him off, man! I mean, they should have given us a close-up of that, but like, wouldn't have been cool to have seen and then snap his neck. I would have enjoyed that. Let's go to Castle Black. Ghost! Bye, Ghost. Poor Jon still can't make his point. I blame awful Yarwick. But I think this is setting up some giants crawling through that tunnel. Then, at Dragonstone, Selyse meets with Melisandre's boobs. She says, "Humor isn't my strength," which, if that doesn't prove she's Stannis' soulmate, I don't know what does. We learn the Lord of Light needs Shireen for something. Pretty much probably means Shireen should start running. Meanwhile, at the inn at the crossroads, hot pie! That kid loves making pies. Twitter went nuts for the hot pie appearance. Someone asked me, they're like, hot pie was never that popular. What's going on? He survived, that's what. Hot pie gives a shred of hope that some of the people in Game of Thrones might actually live to see the ending. Finally, let's all go to the Eerie. We get Sansa, we get her snow castle, Ramin Djawadi's Winterfell theme playing softly in the distance. Robinzilla comes in. Is it me, or does Lino Facioli talk really fast? Settle down, kid. You're too young to be doing coke. Sansa slaps the little breast monster. Game of Thrones is required to have at least one quality slap per season. Peter Baelish shows up and plants a kiss on the underage Sansa. Every person in the world with a daughter or younger sister immediately got squicked out. Lysa Arryn freaked out, and the whole thing ends with Baelish making the bad lady fly, which was excellent. Aidan Gillen turned in one of his best Machiavellian performances. I freaking love this guy. But who cares what I think? Facebook, do you approve of Creepyfinger? I like that. Tumblr, Baelish.
Those are not your lines, Baelish.
Joey?
He's cool. He's great. He's my hero.
Oh. So that wraps it up for this episode of AxeyFabulous. Thanks for sticking around if you did. If you didn't, you're not even... Oh, more people just turned the channel. What am I? You can comment, you can not comment. I'm supposed to say other things that pertain to the channel. Happy cool. Oh, ketchup. Too much. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's gross. I'm dying for my art.